Yeah.
Nothing is free in this world.
Everybody, huge action is being taken right now by the top lawmakers in Congress. Stimulus payments are coming. Get ready for it. Up to $30,000 in relief can actually be claimed right now. Important details on the new stimulus package have been released. Inflation just continues to cause headaches for many homeowners, and here's what President Biden is saying about this. Since Americans received multiple stimulus checks and funds during the crisis, homeowners are wondering if Congress will actually help more homeowners furthermore. The 30-year mortgage rate has actually reached a new high last week. It led to a greater stagnation in the housing market. The average rate for a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage increased to 7% for the week, ending October 27. It is actually the first time it reached this threshold since April 2002. As inflation endures, consumers are seeing higher costs at every turn, causing further dramatic declines in consumer confidence this month. In fact, everybody, many potential home buyers are choosing to wait and see where the housing market will end up, pushing demand and home prices further downward. But experts say that there is a current $1 billion in relief funds that Americans can claim right now. That is through President Biden's Rescue Act, and it's provided up to close to $1 billion, $10 billion to the states through the Homeowner Assistance Fund. Most states have implemented this system, and actually, most states have implemented programs to distribute the funds, and are generally an eligible recipient must make less than 100% of the median income for the entire country. In the state of Illinois, eligible homeowners will soon be able to receive up to $30,000 in relief through an assistance program administered by the Illinois Housing Department Development Authority. In a press release, the organization announced that its Illinois Homeowner Assistance Fund would resume at the beginning of the month. They've approved more than $20.5 million in checks for around 1,800 people through the fund, though the fund has been approved early this year. The program is funded through the American Rescue Plan, and the state was allocated around $400 million. Applicants have to be able to prove a financial hardship as a result of the crisis, and they also must own a home in the state as their primary residence and be at least 30 days late on their monthly payments and have a household income of less than 150% of the area median income. The Biden administration is also seizing on huge earnings and calls from oil companies as it seeks to give voters a response to relatively high gas prices ahead of next week's midterms. Joe Biden has repeatedly sought to place blame on the industry for the high prices. It has ramped up its rhetoric in the wake of massive earnings. However, some analysts say that the large parts of the price are set by the global oil market, not by individual companies. Joe Biden said on Twitter, if these companies were taking advantage of profits and average profits on refining, instead of the profits they're making today, gas price will come down around 50%. And last week, ExxonMobil reported a record $20 billion in quarterly earnings, while Chevron and Shell posted some big numbers too. $11 billion and $9 billion. Since that conflict and other factors drove up oil and gas prices, it has caused a profit bonanza. The Biden administration has called on them to use that income to reinvest in new oil and gas production. In his speech on Monday, Biden threatened a higher tax on their excess profits for these gas companies. Now, he said that higher tax on excess profits and unspecified other restrictions if the companies do not increase production. While the windfall tax wouldn't win enough support to pass the 50-50 Senate, Biden's comments represent a significant messaging effort to draw attention to high profits. Biden has also blamed the oil industry and called on companies to drill even more. So now we're waiting on President Biden to send out more stimulus payments. But can he get it done this year? Tell me in the comments down below, everybody.
Today to add $250 billion to the Paycheck Protection Program, loans for small businesses to pay workers later.
I mean jobs between $120,000 and $135,000 a year, and you don't need a college degree to do them. Look, y'all made this possible, and we're just getting started. We're just getting started. We saw extraordinary results in these midterm elections.
An applicant must have worked between March 10th and May 7th of 2022 in one of these occupations that the state has listed. Some of the frontline workers in these categories include healthcare personnel. Eligible applicants must earn at least. Some of the frontline workers in these categories include healthcare personnel, food and agricultural workers, grocery store staff, and public transit workers. Applicants must earn less than $150,000 per year and cannot be employed by a federal or state entity. Full-time workers who earn less than $100,000 can apply for a $1,000 grant. Those earning more than $100,000 but less than $150,000 are eligible for grants on a sliding scale, ranging as low as $200. Part-timers working less than 30 hours a week can apply for a $500 grant. The application period will run until October 1st, and the goal is to process requests within a 60-day window. And for the company of Lowe's, the CEO said that in recognition of high inflation, we're providing $55 million in bonuses to our hourly frontline associates this quarter. And though there has been a slight decrease in gas and travel costs, recently the impacts of inflation are still affecting Americans, making it tougher for families to afford groceries and other essential goods. Microsoft, ExxonMobil, Walmart, USA have also offered bonuses, pay raises, and even gift cards to employees. But still, many of the nation's employers are still not paying their workers a living wage. The company website states that Lowe's employs around 300,000 associates, but it is not specified how much money each worker will receive and over what time period.
Between the White House and administration and Democrats up on Capitol Hill. Earlier today, both the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, and the Senate Republican leader, the Senate Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell, were on CNBC, and they explained really the fundamental philosophical dilemma here, which is all about how much is the U.S. government going to spend. Here's what they said.
Biden is also hosting a press conference this week on nutrition and health, the first by the White House since 1969. So this conference will also highlight the need for access to better food, healthier food, and exercise. Over the years, cuts to federal programs, coupled with stigmas over welfare and big changes to how food was made, has also caused a decline in access to food. According to the FDA, around 10% of households in the United States have suffered from food insecurity, meaning they were certain they could not get enough food to feed themselves or their family because they lacked money. And under the White House plan, SNAP program eligibility will be expanded. Children will get better access to free meals, and summer benefits will be extended to more school children.
This is the gentleman from Connecticut. Seek recognition.
Rise and extend my remarks and to compliment you, Madam Speaker Bordeaux, on your service to this great nation of ours. I have very much enjoyed the privilege and honor of serving with you. I also wanted to rise and thank the clerk's office for all the work that you do day in and day out. Pardon?
Is the gentleman seeking to address the House for 1 minute?
Yes, I am. I
Without
seek to
objection, the gentleman is
revise and
recognized
extend
for
my
1 minute.
remarks and repeat again, Madam Speaker, how much I have enjoyed working with Speaker Bordeaux and for her service to her country.
I know many Americans have been anxiously waiting for Congress to approve new pieces of legislation that will boost the monthly benefit payments. Nearly 9 in 10 Americans ages 65 and older currently receive the Social Security benefits, and the program represents an important source of income for the vast majority of those beneficiaries. So for that reason, many seniors on Social Security are awaiting two important pieces of information. The first is the COLA for 2023, and the second is the Medicare Part B premium for 2023.